What's up guys, Shadow Shade here, and welcome to the 2-year return of Deck Profiles. Can't believe it's been 2 years since the last one. So today we are doing at Ignista. So let's get into it, shall we? To begin, the monster lineup is 3 Picari at Ignista. Now, when it's normal special, you can add I Spell Trap from the deck to your hand, and it's you're mainly searching for Ignista Island, because that's the best card in the entire deck. And also, once per turn, you can target at Ignista monster you control, and it becomes level 4 for Xyz and ritual plays. Next, we play triple Achichi at Ignista. This one is the rotor of the deck. When it's normal special, you add a level 4 lower add Ignista monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. And at the start of the damage step, when your Cyber's monster battles, I can banish it and to destroy the monster that I control. And that's very powerful when you play in Fire Phoenix, because it's a powerful card. Next, we play double Doyon at Ignista. This one, when it's normal special, you can target at the Ignista monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And if you send this as a link material, you can add an I Spell a trap card back to your hand, which is great for combo plays. Next, our tuner of the deck is Boruru at Ignista. So this one, when it's normal special, you get to dump any at Ignista monster from your deck to the grave. And when you use this as a synchro material, you can bring back one of the materials you used. So the typical play is these two. So like you dump Doyon, and then Dark Templar, you get Doyon back because this was summoned, and whatever else, and then you just go synchro, and then you go effect and back Doyon. Next, I play double Doshin at Ignista. Now, this one, if I control that Ignista monster, you can summon this from your hand for free. Alright, you can summon this 3 times if you have Island. You can target a Cyber's Link monster in your graveyard, return it, and add I Love Fusion from the deck to the hand. So that's pretty good. Next, I play the one Hirari at Ignista. Hirari is kind of hit and miss. It's the same effect as Doshin. You can summon it from your hand. But if you attribute a Cyber's monster, you can add level 5 or higher at Ignista monster from your deck to your hand. But if you could attribute a Link monster, you can add level 5 or higher at Ignista and Ritual from the deck to the hand. And also, and its level becomes 4, so that is pretty good, because Water variant is a level 7, so you can use that as 4. Next, I'm going to put these two in as together, so we play one Gusari at Ignista and one Gachiri at Ignista. So these two are pretty okay, in my opinion, because Gusari is when a Link monster is destroyed by battle, you can summon this from my hand, and if the Link monster is destroyed by opponent by battle, I can inflict damage to my opponent equal to destroy monster's original attack. So it's extra burn damage. And if there's an attack involving my Link monster I control and an opponent's monster, I can banish this, and that monster becomes 3000. So it's like, wow. Gachari is more better than Gusari in my as well, because he prevents all your Cybers monsters from destruction one time. That's all you need. And also you can summon itself by targeting an effect. Cybers monster negates its effect. And if this card is sent from the field to the grave, I can target one monster my opponent controls. It's unaffected by my monster. I control, sorry. And it's unaffected by the opponent's card effects until the end of my opponent's turn. So you have doubled protection. Next, you've already seen, is one Water Life Leviathan at Ignister. This one is a great bouncer, because when it's ritual summon, you could bounce everything that's 23 or less back to the hand. You could target one monster your opponent controls, return all your link monsters from your graveyard back to the extra deck, which is superb. So you have more resistance and recycle. And the monster becomes 0. And then once per battle, doing damage calculation only. If this card battles opponent's monster, quick effect. Half the attack of the opponent's monster during that battle calculation only. So you have a 3000 beat stick. Okay, I just attack. 15, done. Next, I play the Extenders, which is Triple Bouncer Lord. We all know what this does, I hope. But to refresh, you pay 1000, you have an addition normal, and also if you banish this, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Cybers monster from your hand. Any monster, but it's all Cybers, so the best is a Cybers. Now, new addition is Triple Power Exceed. Let me give that there. This is very powerful because one, you link summon, okay, you summon this, and then because they were summoned by its own effect, it becomes level 4, and then you can summon another one from the deck, and it will also become a level 4 because it's summoned by its own effect. So pretty good to extend link plays. Link plays, Exceed plays, and Ritual plays. And then finally, last monster is Paladin of the Storm Dragon. And this one returns a monster to the hand when at the start of damage step, and if you tribute this, I can summon a level 5 or higher Cybers monster from a hand or deck, but I cannot activate its effects this turn, so that's pretty good. Right, on to the spells. I play Triple Ignister Island, and this is a mandatory 3-of. It's broken because you can continuously activate its effect 6 times if you want to, and level 4 lower Ignisters only, so Gosari, and even though each attribute only counts as 1, so good tip, attribute dices. Because 1, you know which attribute you're gone for. 2, it checks all the time. And 3, you and your opponent can see what attribute you summoned. And if your opponent destroys this, you can just banish an Ignister monster and set it and reactivate it. Next is 1 Terraforming. So we play 7 islands if you want to, plus Doyon, so that's 9 islands we play. So Terraforming, get the island if you don't see it, or if you don't see Pickery. Next, we play 2 Idol Reborn. This is your Ignister monster reborn, and so you can play it, and it's a quick effect, so which is great, pretty good. If your opponent goes DD Crow or Call by the Grave, one of your Ignisters, you just activate this and bring them back straight away. And when the attack is declared involving 2 monsters, you can banish this and one card from your hand, target one eye spell or trap except for itself, and this banish out in your grave, add it back to your hand, so it's more recursion. Next I put these two together because it's one I Love Fusion and I Ritual. So I Love Fusion, it's like a super poly fire fusion, because if you control an Agnista monster, you can use your Agnista monster and your opponent's Link monster to fusion summon Earth Golem. And with I's Ritual, well, you can use this for any ritual monster you have. And also, if you have Agnista on the field, you can banish your Agnista monsters in your grave as materials. And round off that is Signet Ritual. To ritual summon your ritual monsters as well. Next, we play triple Signet Mining. So we play 6 rotors of 6 Achichis. We all know this, what this does because of Salmon Greats. Like discard one, add the Cypress monster from the deck to the hand. Next we play 1 Monster Reborn and World Legacy Succession. So Monster Reborn, bring back a monster, and World Legacy Succession, bring back a monster to a zone link monster points to. And finally, rounding off all the spells is triple Called by the Grave, because who does not like getting stopped by Ash? Okay, that's for the main deck. Extra deck is 1 Earth Golem Antagonista. When you fusion summon this one, you take no damage for the rest of this turn. And if this card attacks a special summon monster that was from the extra deck, it gains that original attack. Only doing that damage calc only, and if you manage to destroy this monster, you can bring back any Cyberus monster in your graveyard except itself, which is pretty powerful when you can bring back your most powerful Link monsters. Then we play 1 Wind Pegasus. Wind Pegasus, you can destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls up to the number of antagonista monsters you control. So you mainly have at least 4 if you've done it right. So if that's 4 spells or traps, gone. And if you control this, if another card you control is destroyed by battle, or if your opponent by card effect, while this card's on the field or grave, you can banish this and then target 1 card your opponent controls, shuffle it back. So it's alright. Never use that effect. So yeah. Next we play the most important card, Light Dragon Antagonista. Light Dragon is the monster reborn on legs, because you don't have to detach material for its second effect. When a Cyberus monster inflicts bad damage, you can bring back a Link monster, so that's for free. You can detach a material to prevent all your Cyberus monsters from being destroyed by card effects. I would say all monsters, but there's all Cybers, so this is Ding. It's got Ding effect of protection, and you could detach 1 extra Z material and destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls. So Pegasus is spells and traps if they're face-up or face-down. Light Dragon is face-up monsters only. Next, we play 2 Linkaribos, the dark version of Linkaribo. Your opponent activates evilly, nope, negate. And banish it, so you can't reoccurrence evilly match. Who doesn't want to do that? and you can negate infinite impermanence if you want as well. And also, if it's in your graveyard, you could tribute any Art Ignista extra deck monsters, and you can use effects once per turn. Now for the boss at Ignista, well, second boss is Dark Templar. Dark Templar is your other monster reborn on legs, because if you summon underneath them, you bring back additional 2 at Ignistas. And if you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, I can summon another Cybers monster from my graveyard, which is pretty good. Next, we play 1 Fire Phoenix at Ignista. So this one is to burn your opponent to death by damage calc only. So like you attack someone, you burn them for 23, and then your opponent takes no damage from that battle. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, so as I was referring to Achichi, you do the next time phase, bring it back. And then if this card was special summoned from the grave, destroy and send it to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Yeah. So you just like go, oh, okay, bring it back. And also if he's destroyed by a card effect, you get to pop one of your opponent's monsters for free. And now the boss, it has arrived. Arrival, Cybers at Ignista. Gains original attack of 1,000. Number of materials, so it's 6 or 6,000 for example. Once per turn, if a monster on the field is... Once per turn, tag one other monster on the field, destroy it, and if I do summon an Ignista token, those on this point, so usually it be up here, so you have 3 tokens if you want to. Next, so that's it for the at Ignista lineups of the extra deck. Now for the extenders, which is Cybers Wicked. So when monsters summoned to a zone, Cybers monsters summoned to a zone opponent zone, you can banish a Cybers monster and get a tuner. So you can get Bururu. Cybers Witch is the same except for ritual monsters. So like you banish a you banish a spell to get a ritual spell and a Cybers Signet ritual. And then we play the 1 Splash Mage, which is pretty good because you bring back any Cybers monsters in your graveyard, negate an effect. And with Island, you can actually just go Splash Mage up the top in the extra monster zone, and then you can just go Island, get something, Splash Mage, get something, make Dark Templar. Our new boss, access code Toggle. So, for example, if you use Arrival, it gains 6,000 attack points. Like, okay, 6,000, it'd be 28,300. Your opponent has nothing on the field, game. If you bring a rival out first, that is. Doubt it, so. And you can banish 1 of each archetype extra deck monster in your graveyard and destroy cards, and your opponent can't even respond to it. Next, we play Mech Knight Crusader Avamax, which is just pretty good. Because when you link summoned, that's the only monster they can target with card effects. And if they manage to destroy this monster, that was because he was link summoned, you could shuffle 1 card on the field back into the deck. But we've done this in the test, me and my friend, and and myself, I put my hands up here, we always forget that you can shuffle back that effect. And also, if this card battles a special summon monster, he gains. So my friend forgot about that. I was like, okay. And finally, Cybers Quantum Dragon. Now, do I need to say more about this card? Because if you control a link monster, your opponent can target monsters except this one with card effects. And also, this is the only one they can attack. So you have Avamax. So the end board is usually Avamax and Quantum. You just put them in a loop. You can't battle him or him. So you just put them in a battle loop. And once per turn, you can bounce the opponent's monster back to the hand and attack again. So that is it for this profile, and I'm sorry if it takes too long to explain every single card. So I'm apologizing right there, and also huge shout out to Team Samurai X1 for this lovely mat, because who doesn't love a new mat that is featuring the Sacred Beasts? Just wish I went for the one I was signed for. Lol. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope in future it be short. Okay? So keep safe and happy dueling.